Ken Rosenthal telling A.J. Brzezinski the Red Sox aren't doing anything. And basically a disgrace. Well, they're not doing anything with the baseball club. They are doing plenty in other ventures, as you've probably read by now. Red Sox investing in a $3 billion investment in the PGA Tour. That's the latest thing that we've heard that Fenway Sports Group is involved with. Yeah, your thoughts, Mazz?
So once again, just part of the portfolio, the ever-growing portfolio of Fenway Sports Group. As you said, they're joining with some other companies and buying a minority stake in the PGA/Live Tour, $3 billion. And by the way, I would like to add in the news the other day. Jim Murray, you're going to have to pronounce the guy's name. Is it Jurgen Klopp?
Yeah,
Klopp,
the coach
yeah.
for
Okay,
Liverpool.
the coach for Liverpool,
Yeah.
who made an announcement the other day on social media that he's going to be resigning at the end of the year. 56 years old, said he doesn't have the quote-unquote energy to do the job anymore. You know why? Because he's being asked to do too much, and because they're not necessarily going to keep pouring money into the infrastructure over there to get him the kind of help he needs to run the operation. So what they did over there is they basically sort of, put a ceiling on the payroll with Liverpool because the Saudi investments in the Premier League, and you may know this better than I might because you follow that league fairly closely, but the Saudi investments in the Premier League have caused payrolls to escalate dramatically, and Liverpool has decided they're not going to play that game, so they pay the money to the coach or the manager, who now wants out because he's not getting enough. Or the staff around him isn't getting enough and he can't compete. They don't want to invest in that. So he's leaving. I don't know. Remind you of anybody you know here who's managing a team and isn't necessarily getting the support structure or staff that he wants around him? Alex Cora. To me, it's all part of the same thing. And now you have Kenny Rosenthal. Kenny Rosenthal, as you say, not Felger and Mazz, a national voice. Kenny Rosenthal.
Not exactly a flamethrower.
A.J. Brzezinski asks him, are the Red Sox trying? Rosenthal says, no. No. The rest of the country doesn't think you're trying.
Well, isn't it obvious they're not? I mean, this Justin Turner thing today, not that they had many asses in seats players, but your hardcores really liked this guy. He helped their lineup. You let him go to a division rival for 1 year. You can't even pay him. Now, no one should be surprised by anything they do or don't do at this point. This is like rock bottom, I feel like, for this franchise.
It's embarrassing. Let me ask you a quick question in all seriousness, because I did this today. I was bored.
Yep.
What's their starting lineup look like?
Mazz, I can only name 4 or 5 of their lineup players. Okay, so let me just try.
Okay.
Cassius and Yamamoto. No, what's the Japanese outfielder?
Yoshida,
excuse me.
That's okay.
Hold on. Devers, obviously.
Yep.
No,
don't be embarrassed.
I'm just blanking.
Don't be embarrassed. Don't be. This is exactly the point.
Tyler O'Neill.
Yep.
I'm trying to tell you who your center fielder is.
They don't have one right now.
I was going to ask who's in center.
They really. I have O'Neill in center field.
Who else would?
Story.
Oh, Story.
Trevor Story.
Okay, Trevor Story. Thank you. I should have gotten that.
So in past years.
And who's this? The crappy. This guy they got from Atlanta for sale, who I think is going to suck. Grissom.
Very good.
Okay.
You remembered him.
Yeah.
So this is a game we play every year during the offseason. I'll rephrase. We used to play.
Who's their starting shortstop?
Story.
Yeah, Story.
Okay, but in other years.
So Story, Grissom, Cassius, Devers.
Who's the catcher?
Is it Wong?
Yep.
O'Connor.
Okay,
Wong,
so and then it's Yoshida, O'Neill, and who'd you say?
It'll be Wilyer Abreu probably in right field.
Okay. I barely remember who that is.
But in other years, historically, okay, we would sit spring training, they report in 2 weeks.
No, truck day's like 2 weeks.
Okay?
Yeah, less.
2 weeks, I think, is the first reporting day. February 14th. Reporting day.
What's their lineup? Who leads off in that?
Okay, so this is what I was just going to say.
Who leads off in that mess?
This used to be a drill where you'd say, here's your batting order, here's your lineup. It's the fun thing you play in the cocktail napkin.
But you could rattle it off in your sleep.
Murray, who's their leadoff hitter?
The hell if I know. Yoshida?
Exactly. Could be. Yeah, he's a decent guess, which I think you said because Milliken came in here. And you heard Milliken.
Maybe.
That's what happened. I'm trying to...
He doesn't strike out, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, but so this.
Hey, I'm okay. Hey, look, I just had 3 nuggets there.
So now, no, you guys did well,
Thank you.
actually. So I just scribbled this on a piece of paper to get an idea. First of all, I had to look up the roster and the depth chart, but on MLB.com, RedSox.com. I had to go there and say, who's at what position? What do they have again? And then I had to make a little baseball diagram of positions and put the guys in their positions. Because I said, this has got to make sense. I got to figure out who the 9 guys are before I can put the lineup in. Then I came up with this for an actual batting order, which I admit is probably not what they're going to do.
Let me try.
Okay.
And I'm not going left, right, because you can go after yourself.
Okay.
I can barely remember who these guys are, whether they're left or right. But Yoshida, Story, Cassius, Devers.
Okay. Excellent guess. I went a little different. I did go left, right. I have Abreu hitting leadoff. Could be Yoshida, though. Like I allow for that possibility. Grissom hitting second because he's right-handed and he doesn't strike out. Then Devers. Now, they'll have Devers hitting second, but work with
Right, exactly.
They don't have a cleanup hitter. They don't have it.
Well,
They just went to Toronto.
the game is different.
Okay, but
They put that guy in the 2-hole, like you just said.
so would be Devers in the 2-hole, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's their 3-hitter?
Yeah,
They don't have it.
Cassius.
They don't have it. Right, but if you want a righty in there, you need someone between.
Okay, all right.
Right, so you need someone between Devers and Casas. Right now, it's Story, who blows. So right now, I have Story as the cleanup guy. Abreu, Grissom, Devers, Story. Casas. Then O'Neill, either Yoshida or Abreu, whoever doesn't hit leadoff. Duran and Connor Wong.
Oh, Duran. He's still here.
Meanwhile, your rotation really has not improved unless you count Lucas Giolito, who sucks.
So let's not count him.
And I know nothing about Lucas Giolito. For all I know, he's not Italian. He's 90% Swedish or whatever. But based on what he did last year, the guy should be selling cannolis in the North End.
Once they took away the
Okay,
sticky stuff, he was one of these guys that went to turn into a puddle, right?
Yeah, so really, like Mike's Pastry, whatever, somewhere down there, Modern Pastry.
Yeah.
I don't even know if all these places still
Well, they
exist.
do. I'm a Mike's guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
like really? They should have Giolito's cannolis open up in the North End because he got a better chance of selling those than he does at keeping the ball inside of Fenway Park. They have no pitching. The bullpen's the same, which is okay. That pretty decent part of the team.
They still have Kenley Jansen?
They do. They haven't traded him yet.
For now.
Yeah, there's
Be a good deadline piece for someone.
potential $16 million in savings there.
Yeah.
So that's a guy that.
Hey,
could-
listen.
Woohoo! Profits! Yay, profits!
Listen, they got to get those bunkers raked.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
They got to squeegee those greens, man. That stuff doesn't pay for itself.
Exactly right. The PGA Tour coming to town. No wonder they do. What's the place in Canton now? The golf place.
Oh, Topgolf.
Topgolf.
Yeah.
No wonder they do Topgolf at Fenway Park. They knew this was coming. I'm telling you, it's a disaster. The whole thing's a disaster. It's a bunch of nobodies in the starting lineup. The pitching staff hasn't changed at all. They've invested in the PGA Tour. The manager of the Liverpool soccer team has resigned. What does it tell you? They don't care. With all due respect, Sam.
Okay, there's your Red Sox minute.
Did you enjoy it?
I did.